Hello, my name is Voya and welcome to My Deep Guide and to another edition of My Deep Guide News. And yeah, it's time to feed the algorithm and also to kind of give you some insight into some of the questions that have been popping up and what you can expect to see on My Deep Guide in the coming weeks. So let's begin. Alright, so the very first thing that I want to address is the delay in reviews. As you obviously can see here, we have the slew of Go 7s and the Tab XC, yet no in-depth reviews on My Deep Guide yet. Why is that? Am I slacking off? Well, not quite. What I'm doing is I'm doing something else, and that is the finalization of the DAF methodology, or the Display Analysis Framework methodology, that I have been developing since the beginning of the year. I've mentioned the DAF methodology and some of the initial kind of results and stuff like that way back earlier this year, but since then I have been working really hard on all of the aspects of it, and it has come a fair long way from that initial stage where it was many moons ago. For those who don't know, just in short, what is the Display Analysis Framework methodology? Well, I'm developing a whole methodology for testing screen attributes in e-paper devices, and we're talking from readability, contrast, uniformity, reflectivity, front light, writing latency, refresh time latency, all aspects basically that I can test. The reason why I'm doing this is that, first of all, we do not have a common language to communicate real-world usability and real-world results of these devices. So basically observable results that you can expect from device A, B, C, and D. The second reason is that we do not have universal metrics to compare these devices against each other in the same kind of light, literally and figuratively. And reason number three is to hold the manufacturers accountable to claims they may claim, because right now it's a free-for-all. Anyone can say whatever they want in their marketing claims simply because we do not have a standardized set of tests to verify these claims, to measure them, and to compare against other devices, or just simply to verify the results. So in short, that's what the DAF methodology is and what I'm trying to do here. As you can imagine, that's not a small undertaking. That's a pretty large one indeed. However, it is now in finishing stages. I'm done with pretty much all of the programming. I need to clean up some of the scripts and things like that. But whole optimization of processing the test results is done. Standardization of test conditions is done, so that they are absolutely repeatable with very low variability. So it's 98% there, but the last 2% that the devil is in the details. And also there's the web comparison tool that I'm now starting to develop, and it should be a relatively easy thing to kind of get in there, but it also needs to be fine-tuned and, you know, a nice user interface and user experience just to kind of make sure that everything is good. But the whole point of this whole foray is that we get to have an independent set of tests to measure the performance and claims of these devices, a methodology that can be independently verified by those who may be interested to do so. More details on that when the DAF is completely finalized, because maybe I might want to actually venture into getting it peer-reviewed as well, because that's the standard that I'm trying to kind of aim for with this whole thing. Once it's done, then the task is going to be to collect as many devices as I possibly can to kind of feed into the database, so that we have a really large database of devices to compare against. And once I have that, the web tool is going to allow you guys, users, to easily filter out and compare devices in different categories and in total categories and all of that kind of stuff in a very easy way. And that should make life much easier for you, the consumer, when trying to make a decision which device is better for you and what you can expect from which device. So the reason for the delayed reviews is the DAF methodology, which is now finally in its final stages of development and implementation. Now, the first reviews that you can expect to see are going to be the Go 7. As you can see, I have the Go 7 white version, so the monochromatic or the black and white, but in the white version as well. And this one is not exactly the same like the black one, because the white one has a plastic cover instead of a glass cover screen. So that's going to be interesting to see how that reflects, and does it reflect at all in real world observable results. One thing that I think that I'm already feeling is the weight. I think that the white one is lighter. And another thing that I can already observe is that I do prefer lighter frame to monochromatic devices. That's my own preference. I do like the design combination of colors on the Go 7 white one better, although I also think that it would have been much better if it was gray, trying to match the screen like the Remarkable 2 does, like the Remarkable Paper Pro is trying to do, and the Go 7, Note Max, etc, etc. I'm going to tackle the entire Go 7 line as a single video review. So you're going to have the comparison of all three devices in the Go 7 line. And for that, I need to get the DAF methodology wrapped enough so that I am confident to at least use it as a test run for this review and these devices, because it's an absolutely perfect opportunity to see if all of the work that I've done for the DAF methodology is paying off, and also to see what kind of weaknesses is it going to kind of show or not. So that's my plan and that's my aim. We'll see if I manage to get to it or not. So what I'm gonna try is get this week, late this week, maybe Friday for this one. If I don't manage to do it, then I'm gonna have to feed the algorithm in some way, because it's a hungry, unrelenting beast, and then I'll figure something out. But basically that's the aim. So either Friday or next week on Tuesday, you can look forward to the Go 7 review with the implementation, or the first iteration of the implementation of the DAF methodology in these types of results. After that, naturally, I'm going to be working on the review of the Tab XC, which is there, and I'm going to be paying special attention to the Ink Sense pen and the haptic response that it has and control. Because yeah, it's not really a black and white situation there, it's a gradient, and it deserves proper kind of testing to share that information with you guys, because that device is most definitely an investment, and there is no way for you to just go to a store and test it out and see how it feels. So I'm trying to make as thorough of a job that I can. On other news, well, here's my Go 10.3, and you've probably seen previous two videos last week. First one was deciding to keep Go 10.3 instead of my beloved Note Air 3C. I'm sticking with that decision, so that one is set. Even though some of your comments have got me swaying, but I'm confident in the decision that I made. So yeah, the Go 10.3 stays. After that, I made a video where I proposed a kind of hypothesis gestemology kind of thing. What you can expect to happen over a prolonged period of time of use if you're using a ceramic nib tip, sort of like a Supernote Lamy pen, on a glass screen like the one on the Go 10.3. And at the end of that video, I was posing a question like, should I sacrifice my own device and kind of dedicate it to a year-long experiment and then document over the course of time, and then see what actually happens with what amount of use, what you can genuinely expect in this type of situation? And I was teetering yes and no, but I am going to do it, and I'm going to do it in a proper way. In that video also you kind of saw that I have a proper lab device for measuring surface roughness, amount, profile, texture, and all of that kind of stuff. And that in turn measures, gives you a profile as well, that you can see peaks and valleys, what type of peaks they are, and of course the roughness values themselves. So what I'm going to do at the beginning of this year-long experiment with this device, I'm going to take 9 or 12 measurements of surface roughness, left corner, middle, right corner, and then the same thing, left, middle, right, left, middle, right, left, middle, right, in the 4 areas here that are mostly used during the regular use cycle of the device. So I'm going to take those measurements really precisely, and then I'm going to repeat that every 3 months once, and then I'm going to try and log as precisely as I can the how many hours of actual writing was I doing during those quarterly periods, right? So then we're going to have quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the end of the year, then I'm going to collate all of those results, make a video and offer a report so that we can have a proper experiment and a proper results of real world use of ceramic nibs tips on glass screens. What actually happens. Yeah, Boox has sent like so many covers. It's kind of ridiculous for the Go 7. So right now I got 4 different covers for the Go 7 devices. And I gotta keep them really kind of organized and separate. So I'm gonna be also revisiting the cover issue. Is it an issue with the specific unit, defective unit of cover that I may have received as a review loan unit? Or is it issue with the device? So does it perform differently on Go 7 White, Go 7 Black, Go 7 Color, Gen 2? Or is it a design-wide issue where, which I suspect it is, that this paper-like type of papyrus-like background that these devices have simply do not offer good enough of a contact point and combination with relatively weak magnets, that simply the design is such that the covers don't hold. So that's something that's going to be also explored in detail in the upcoming Go 7 review. We also have yeah. We also have, oh my God, this is so freaking heavy. Yeah, you wouldn't think that this thing is that heavy, but it actually is. And this is the SVD's new RLCD screen, the 25-inch-ish kind of thing. But this time it has actually front light and it does have anti-glare. As you can see, it's dimming and diffusing the reflections of the environment, yet it is still a reflective display. So that has just arrived and I'm starting to test that. And I'm going to be pitting it back to back with the EZI 2.0, was it called? Because I think that's a direct tandem to this one, although that one doesn't have a front light and that one doesn't have an anti-glare thing. But that one doesn't require a power supply to work because you can just hook it up with a USB-C. This one does require a power supply. And the other one doesn't weigh a gazillion kilos, and this one does weigh a gazillion kilos. So they're similar, but different enough that it most definitely warrants a dedicated video to run them back to back in a series of tests and see how they perform. And that's actually now perfect to do because it's summertime in Norway and we get lots of sunshine. And that's the environment where these truly shine, no pun intended. And what else? Tell me my list, what else is left? Oh yeah, I already have 2 or 3 more scripts and research and everything done for the educational type of videos that relate to e-paper technology and the benefits of e-paper technology, health-wise and otherwise. So if I do get the time, I would really enjoy to do those things, although I'm trying to do them in a very different kind of approach, something that I've never done before. So I'm trying to kind of cross over into documentary form of some sort if I'm able to. So we're gonna see if I really suck at that or not, but at least I want to try and then see, hey, I'm really bad at this, so I'm not even going to explore it further, or maybe there's potential here, and then kind of learn from the mistakes and try and see if this is something that I enjoy doing, if this is a format that you guys like as well, and if I'm able to improve on that format and kind of give you that type of content as well, because it's something that personally interests me very much. All right, and I think that's that as far as the updates goes. Let's see, list beep. Yes, so that's the MDG news for today. Stay tuned for the goodies that I've discussed in this video. Support the channel by liking and subscribing and ding. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next videos. Bye.